So this is about 1:40 on the first day of the 2 weeks of little one of my alone time. She's going to be 2 weeks old on Wednesday, so in 2 days, or 2 months old on Wednesday in 2 days. And this is literally the first day that I get her all to myself to take care of. And it's been an interesting day so far. We've had 2 appointments, one to get her little harness checked and one to have the car checked. And during the car inspection, I definitely heard her, let's say, let loose. Got home, I had her in this nice little teddy bear outfit, onesie kind of thing, over the harness and everything. Complete blowout. Just leaked everywhere inside that thing. Got on the harness. I had to take that off, clean it. Took forever to calm her down, but we did it. And let's see what else. 2 more onesie changes after that, just because she gets dirty on it. And then my shirt's gonna have to be changed, but that's life. Anyways, so far though, it's not going that bad. We just got back from a little walk around the neighborhood to calm her down, and she's been eating all day. So yeah, just kind of keeping track of what I'm doing and how I'm doing. And so far, she hasn't thrown anything at me that I can't deal with. I don't think she'll be able to, but I love her. I'll try and check back in later in the day. I'm doing a written journal upstairs too, but it's all about time and things, and this was on my mind and my computer was here, so decided to do a little video journal. Anyways, I'm going to put her down, let her get some sleep, and then we'll see how the rest of my day goes. And we'll see if I'm just as optimistic in 2 weeks. Anyways, peace, y'all. So, still day 1, but she's in a new onesie, and I had to change my clothes because she decided to have her second blowout of the day. This one got over my pants, all over her glider swing, and all over her. We think it's the prebiotic stuff that Brandy just started giving her, so of course I'm getting the black backlash on all that. But it's alright. You haven't broken me yet. You haven't broken me yet. Anyways, I figured it was worth a mention. It was kind of funny and kind of horrific at the same time. But she's doing fine. And yeah, so another hour and Brandy will be home. And then I get to run up to school real quick, and then, well, not real quick, I got a class tonight. Get to run up to school, and then I'll be back to see how many more times she blows out. And between you and me, I kind of hope Brandy gets at least one of these tonight while I'm gone. But it's alright. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Peace. What's up, guys? It's day 2. Day's been, considering everything we had to do today, not bad. She had an appointment today to get a sonogram on her legs so that we knew if the brace was working. So she wasn't able to eat for 4 hours, which means she was pretty fussy. But I found out the baby wearing works pretty good with that. I basically just put her in my carrier as I did stuff around the house, and she seemed to be comfortable just being close. In fact, I made a thing, which I won't show you right now because she's got it, but it's basically just a paracord holder for her binky so that if it fell while I was working, it would just stay. And I know they sell them on the market, but this is paracord, and I like paracord projects, besides I made it. And then, what did we do? She got her sonogram, and she finally got to eat. She was really fussy right then, but took her food like a champ and didn't give the lady at the x-ray place any trouble getting her sonogram. And then we went to Smith's and did a quick grocery shopping, and she slept the whole way. And when we got home, we went for about a 1.5 mile run. Just a little under a 1.5 miles. And I learned a couple things from that. One, she likes the run. Well, she likes being pushed on the run. She slept like a baby the whole time. And two, I am out of shape. I haven't been running since before she was born. And pushing that thing instead of letting my arms move, completely different feeling. But she's really hungry. She's waiting for Mom to get home so that she can get some one-on-one feeding time with her. But I really should just be feeding her. Things we do so each other can have bonding time with the little one. But yeah, so I'm really out of shape. But she does like the run. It was a little cold today, so I had her pretty bundled up. But oh man, I still did a mile, and I want to say I was like 147 out of a mile, and I did it in about 15, or a mile and a half. Did it in about 15 minutes. But whew, I was feeling it. It's a whole different sensation running with that cart too. But yeah, so that happened. Got home, changed her, and then I've just been doing housework while she slept. Fixed the freezer, all the ice machine, fixed the sink, got hot water coming from it, fixed the shredder that certain people decided needed 20 pages in one go. So we got that all fixed. And my wife should be home shortly to feed her. And then I get her again for the rest of the afternoon. But yeah. So day 2 so far. Little afternoon. A lot going on, but nothing can't be handled. Enjoying it. Still. And if she spits this binky out, I'll show you guys the thing I made. Or maybe I'll just throw it in the edited version. But yeah. There you go. Probably check in one more time before my wife gets off work at the end of the day, just to make sure I haven't pulled all my hair out. But I think we got this. And little warrior princess is doing awesome. No blowouts today, so that's good, because 2 in one day was a little much for me, but I handled it. So anyways, I'll check back in. So this is day 2, part A. Peace. What's up, guys? Well, day 2. Wife should be home soon, and the afternoon was pretty much uneventful. I fed little one. She basically just sat on my baby carrier and slept the whole day, which, by the way, this thing is awesome as all hell. I could basically do just about anything I need to do around the house. Can't really do my drawing or anything because hands. So homework's out of the question while I'm on it. I have it, but it's alright. I can do stuff in the morning. She's not always in it. But yeah, it's killer. In fact, I just marinated tonight's dinner and got that all ready to be cooked. I'd start up the grill if, well, I still might be able to do that. Just to get it going. But, anyways, day 2's been good. About to change her. See how she does. She eats in like another 15 minutes, so all in all, we got this. Hi, little Freya, warrior princess. Anyways, what's up? So we're on day 3. Freya is officially 2 months old, and day 3 of me on my paternity leave, taking care of little princess, warrior princess. Anyways, day started a little rough. She was really fussy all morning. I think she's going through a growth spurt because she seems to be constantly hungry. She barely made it 2 hours, and she was, I wouldn't even say 2 hours, like an hour and a half. She started, changed her diaper, went at shush, rocked her, walked with her, you know, the whole deal. Finally broke down, fed her. We made it about the 2 hours. I should have probably fed her earlier, but wasn't sure. I tried everything else first. But ever since then, I had to give her a little gripe water afterwards because she hasn't burped. She just won't. And the other thing that worries me is she hasn't pooped in I don't know. Well, since the blowouts on Monday. So I'm expecting that explosion at some point today. But yeah, so we got it going. It's what, 10:30 now. Barely even touched into the day. Other than that, I haven't gotten much done. Decided to do some homework, some drawings. Figured I'd draw a little Freya, so it's hard to see there. This drawing turns out better at different angles, but considering I've never done a portrait of anybody before this week, I don't think it looks that bad, but I've got a lot of practice to do. Either which way, we'll check in later on in the day, see how it goes. There's a couple things I want to get accomplished today, so hopefully while baby wearing, I'll be able to do some chores. And then I got class tonight. Alright, peace. So, day 3, first part. So I don't know if I was just really good at knowing what was going to happen or I jinxed myself, but it's now 11:11 and she had her blowout. This time, instead of coming out the legs though, luckily it went out the top, which meant I had to change her onesie, so she got to wear a cool little Irish shamrocker onesie. Here you go, little one. So, and she gets an hour out of brace time, so that's good for her. Wasn't as bad as it could have been, but yeah, that was all up into her chest and everything. Trying to get that onesie off her head without getting it all over her was a challenge, but I did it. So anyways, I'll probably check in again, but yeah, called it. So this has been going on for about 10 minutes. And I think she's starting to calm down. Already checked a diaper. I know, little one. Already checked her diaper. It's not time to eat. She's not making any suckling noises or anything. Burped her, gave her grape water. I think she just wants to be held. But she was fine a minute ago, and then she started again. So, like I said, growing pains, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Growing pains. So, still day 3. Hi, there you go. Still day 3. She's starting to calm down. She's a walker. She likes to walk. In fact, maybe we'll go for a walk outside, although it's a little cold out. Oh, no. Little Freya, if you ever watch this in the future, we'll kind of see what your mom and I had to go through with you. They're really not that hard to deal with, but sometimes you definitely get into a little fuss. Could be expected though. You're a growing baby. Yes, you are. There you go. Okay. I'm going to take her for a walk, but figured show a little piece of what it is. Alright, later. Quick update. After 2 diaper changes and feeding her a little bit early, I got her calmed. She ended up passing out for the longest time in the tactical baby carrier. Like I said, I love that thing. Gives my hands free and it makes her comfortable. She seems to like it, and she fell asleep. I had to go to the bathroom, so I just put her in her little glider, which is another thing. Damn thing's a lifesaver. It gives little nature sounds and rocks her gently, and then it's got a vibration feature in it to loosen up the gas bubbles, but she's relaxing. So anyways, just an update on day 3, and we just keep trucking on. Peace. What's up, guys? So it's day 4, and little one's been literally a princess today. She slept all morning. I had to wake her up to finally feed her so that she'd be ready to feed at Mommy's breastfeeding class that I gotta take her to in about an hour. But yeah, she's been cooing and smiling, and she's been perfect. I know, and she's very talkative today. Huh? Aren't you? Very talkative. So far so good. Later on today I got to stop by Lowe's, fix a running toilet after I drop her off with her mom and then pick her up. And I got to stop by work to do some quick paperwork. But other than that, day 4 is going good. Hi. Hold up. See if you guys can see this smile. Hey, you can smile? Smile. Oh, now she's getting camera shy. Who's that? Smile. Huh, little one? Smile. Yeah. Well, I guess she's like her dad, doesn't really like being on camera. So, that's that. I'll catch y'all on the flip. Check in later today, see how I'm still doing. Peace. Alright, day 4. It's 1:57, and so far, been busy, but not a horrible day. Had to take little one to meet Mama for her breastfeeding support group, so I had an hour to myself. Of course, my comic book shop was closed until noon, and I was hungry as all hell, so I swung by there, checked it out, realized it was closed, went over to Popeyes. By the time I got back, it was time to pick her up again. Then I had to run to work and pick up some insurance papers and change my password so that I didn't get locked out of my email while I was gone on paternity leave. And she was quiet the whole time. She was perfect. Just sat in her little carrier, slept, didn't care about all the people coming around. Didn't really let anybody touch her, but I saw people look at her, just because I'm not sure who got their flu shot or not. But so that was good. And then we went to Lowe's, and the minute we got out of the truck or the Jeep, you could hear an audible shiver because it was cold outside. But I had her all covered up in her blankets and everything. Got inside, walked around, and she was peaceful as can be. Just slept through the whole way. I was able to get everything I need to fix the toilet. Well, more on that later. Let's just say more than I needed to fix the toilet, because like a dumbass, I didn't go in there and looked. I just did some research and figured out troubleshooting things and decided to replace the whole thing. So we got back, and it was already time to feed her, so I tried to start working on the toilet. I figured she was calm, and she don't like that. So I fed her, changed her, and then went back, and she's a perfect distraction for me trying to do actual labor. But somehow I got the whole thing apart and realized that it had been put together wrong last time. That's why the water was completely running. I don't know who had to do it, but the water was literally going straight down the drain instead of on the outside to fill up the tub, the basin. So didn't figure that out until I took everything apart and I had to put it all back together. And the handle's still busted, so I'm gonna have to go back to either Lowe's or Aces later on and get some new parts for that. But she sat there and she watched me, and I sang to her because we had the music blasting, a little country, a little rock, and she seemed to like that, and she was happy as a clam. So we got that done. I don't think I'm going to run out there now to get the new part, just because it's cold out. High school's getting out. I don't want to deal with her and a bunch of high schoolers. So I'll probably wait for that. It's usable now. I just literally need a handle, and even that I don't need. I just need the screw for it because the plastic's stripped on the damn thing. But yeah, so up till now, like I said, 2 o'clock now. Pretty eventful day, and she's been an angel. Afterwards, she got a little fussy, and I blasted the music and walked with her, and she fell asleep in my arms, so that's always good. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. If anything really eventful happens, I'll make another one, but for now, peace. So, Friday, 5 days. Harley, go lay down. Harley, go lay down. And we're getting there. Last night was rough, and today so far has been pretty rough. She just finished like a little peaceful time, so of course now she's gonna start crying. Just nothing I could do last night would calm her. Finally, man, I rocked her, I sang her, I changed her, we fed her, we burped her, we gave her grape water. She just would not calm down. Finally, Brandy was sleeping. I ended up taking her and laying her on my chest in bed. Unfortunately, I could only do that so long because I started drifting off, and you don't want to fall asleep with her on you like that. So I put her back in her bassinet, and she stayed calm for long enough for me to pass out. But I guess she woke up another of other times during the night. So yeah, it was rough. I don't think Brandy or I got a lot of sleep. This morning I read to her, which she seemed to like. I read her a little Guardians of the Galaxy book. But then, one thing I never think I've believed as much as you parents say is the fact that you never get to go to the bathroom and you never get to take a shower. Because the minute she'd calm down, I went to try, and as soon as I was engulfed, she went off. But that's alright. Ended up rushing through that, getting her changed again, and back into her harness. So yeah, she blew out again last night, so in the time it took us to dry her harness, she basically had a night of freedom. But it is clean as can be now, so that's good. Hi, little one. There you go. Whoops. Oh, I know. I know. But yeah, so that all happened. Today she's been 50-50. Hold up, I'm gonna pick her up. Come here. Wow. She's got the hiccups now. There you go. She's got the hiccups now, so that's not helping her none. But I basically baby wore her all morning, and she slept like a baby. Well, I know. Okay. She slept pretty well all the time. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this, go put her in the baby wear, and see if that calms her down. Alright, well, scratch that. It was a wet diaper. So she's changed, and still not quite comfortable. So yeah, she was pretty restless all last night. She ended up needing to be fed again about midnight, about 1:30 I think it was, which is way earlier than normal. So she just would not go to sleep. We made it through though. Like I said, today I ended up baby wearing her, which allowed me to call a credit card company, get the dishes done, eat breakfast. You know, all the regular stuff you should be able to do pretty easy, but it's all good. Either which way, we're getting this done. We'll see if she calms down today, because I've still got quite a bit of stuff to do around the house. But, not crazy yet. 5 days. We're doing this. Alright, peace. I'll check in later. So, it's, 1:47, 1:50. It's been a couple hours since last time. Brandy came home and fed her on her lunch, and other than her needing a diaper change and a outfit change because she peed all over everything while I was changing her last time, she's been actually pretty good. I ended up finding this music seems to put her to sleep. Either that or she's just as tired as Brandy and I are after last night and she needs it. But she's back to little warrior princess. Couple more hours until Brandy gets home, and then we'll see how this night goes. But yeah, she's doing well. She's probably gonna need to eat here in about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna have to wake her up anyways. But doing well. Week 1 almost in the books. I'll probably check back one more time before Brandy gets off work, but can't complain. Peace. So she's definitely Brandy and my daughter. She likes the more upbeat music a lot more than the softer, slower stuff. But seems to have done her job. I fed her around 2 something. It's 3:20 now. She's pretty much just been sleeping. My true guess is she's just beat like last night, but that's alright. I'll take the wins where I can get them. So it was an interesting week. Tiring, but good. Kinda really still don't want to go back to work in a week, but it's what's gonna have to be done. She's a good little girl. It was a good time with her. So I got 4 more days next week after this weekend. I think this weekend Brandy and I are gonna go to the Christmas parade and get her some little headphone earmuffs things, keep her ears from being blown out. Other than that though, got just about everything done. Toilet's fixed, laundry's all washed, even if Brandy hasn't put her clothes away. Mine are upstairs. All dishes done. Gotta do some work in the garage this weekend with Brandy, but I can't really do that with her. And I'll probably put up the Christmas lights this weekend, but I can't really do that while watching her either. But yeah, eventful week. Monday we find out if she gets to take her harness off, and the guess is she will. And not sure what that was, but anyways, I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. I might put it up. If you want me to see me do more torturing myself for the next week, and I do put it up, then let me know. If I don't put it up, then maybe someday somebody will see this, but who knows. Anyways, I just figured it'd be kind of cool to get some kind of record of it. Peace.